Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Cousin Fergie. I am one half of your favorite host, Jarrell Cunningham. My co-host is coming; he's on the way. Had business to handle. Miles, make sure you come in and say hi.
What up, everybody?
What's up? What up, Chris? Saying that
I
you
have
feel like the
used
Chris
that
Jericho theme needs to hit. That actually would be lit. Not gonna lie to you. Chris Jericho definitely had one of the best theme songs in all of WWE and WWF. Fire as fuck. Where did you get a sleeveless hoodie from? Is my question.
I don't remember, but I love this thing. And it's a sleeveless vest, is what
You've
it is.
had to have had it since 2011.
I've had it for a long time. I'm
not gonna lie, 2011.
I don't have this style anymore. Like,
is that
like
Ed Hardy on the
shit?
chest? Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't have that style anymore, so I would never buy that shit.
It's gotta be 2011. It's gotta be.
It's old as shit. I'll tell you that. I'll agree with that. Trying to turn off my fucking filters.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how I feel about this lamp over here.
Well, I'm gonna let you know. I can see you, and that's a good thing.
That doesn't make me feel better. Oh wow! I didn't know this was the contrast. I didn't know it was that bad. Holy shit! You really can't see me.
Yeah, no, literally can't see you.
What's up, Dajanique? Hope you're having a great week. You're doing all right.
Oh, all right. I'm back. Let me get the sound. So how's your week been?
That's a great question. It hasn't been good or bad, so that's good because nothing good or bad has been happening. I did get lied to by the entire state of Minnesota about this pussy ass snow that was supposed to change my life. The snow was pussy, bro. It's done now, and I can still see the ground outside, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. Did it stack up? I guess a little bit. You know, it wasn't too horrible, but
what up, Yado?
This snow was pussy as hell. Lame as fuck. I could have got everything I needed to get done. I didn't have to push it till one day. So fuck Minnesota and they weathermen.
Showing off those guns. Yeah, no. There is no guns here. Not yet. You've been calling the snow pussy for 3 days, and
it's been pussy for 3 days. So.
I guess no cars can't say that. Yeah.
You work from home. Where have you been going? Nigga, you've been at the crib too. What are you doing? You work at the crib. If you had to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and drive to work, your complaints would take residence with me. Nigga, you was at the crib too. What are you talking about? And I was expecting, again, the way they projected it out, it was just supposed to be a life-changing amount of snow. Like, I was supposed to look out my window and only see fucking whole built, like forts built of snow. And it wasn't. And I'm disappointed. And the snow was pussy because it's already melted. Now, I am talking a lot of shit. And I live on the 4th floor. In my window, there's nothing but snow trapped between the window and the screen. Like, it's a lot. So that happened. But I think that has more to do with me being higher up and the snow getting trapped in there versus how much snow. You know what? Y'all know, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop the 2000 and I'm gonna go get me a stupid ass car. And then next year, when the snow is pussy again, we'll have the same conversation. And I'm still
next year. Yeah, I mean,
other than that, it's been cool. I don't know.
Yeah, my week has been good. It was nice out the other day. It was nice out today. A little bit cooler than it was the other day, but it was nice.
I'm very surprised you didn't start taking pictures of the sun and you doing I have heat type shit when you saw everybody.
Because again, I wasn't trying to shoot at anybody. I just wanted to show off to my friends that it was nice out. And I enjoyed it.
I would have been at the pool. You should have been at the pool. Even if you don't go in the water, just be at the pool and laugh at me.
You want to know what's a little bit funny? No one in Minnesota is gonna understand me on this one. They're gonna think I'm crazy. I can't go swimming in 80-degree weather anymore. It's too cold.
What a privileged life you live, you know?
I know, right? It's
That's
very
really
weird. Like when I lived in Minnesota, I was like 80 degrees. Oh, it's perfect swimming weather. I'm in that bitch.
How is 80 degrees not cold or not warm enough for swimming? That means the water is at least.
I don't get it. It's like the water's not warm enough. Log off. I don't get it. I can't explain it. The water's not warm enough. I just don't feel like the breeze is kind of chilly.
First world problems, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's very much a first world problem. It's
this
a Texas
undrinkable
problem.
water is too cold for me to swim in. Ugh.
Look, 90 degrees plus. 100 is best. Give me 100 degrees. I'm out there swimming.
The chat turned on you. I just want you to know.
Oh, immediately.
The chat is
immediately. I knew the chat was going to turn on me. I don't expect any allies for this argument. That's definitely a me problem.
I don't blame you though. I just can't imagine 80 degrees becoming so comfortable that fresh water to swim in would be like it's too cold for me, bro. That shit lame as hell. It's just
not it. I don't know. I
don't
know how to explain
fucking ice bucket challenge out here and all this 80-degree water swimming around.
I also had to work in jeans outside in 80-degree weather, and that was like that became comfortable to me.
That sounds like slavery.
I mean, I was up to 100 working outside in jeans.
Slavery.
It was worse. I got nothing. But today we're gonna be talking about some topics that.
Nah. We can start off with the mermaid theory shit because I don't know what that is. Now, to anybody else in chat, do y'all know what the fuck the mermaid theory is? Before we even get started, I just wanted to put this out there. This is Miles's idea, Miles's subject, Miles's bullshit that he threw in front of me and said we can't talk about it till cameras are rolling. So this goes left.
I brought it up 2 minutes before. 2 minutes before.
Chris, I don't like all the Olivia. That's quite concerning.
The silence is loud.
It's aggressively. So go ahead. I'll be quiet. What's
You won't agree with this. You won't agree with this, but we'll see.
Okay.
Have you ever been like? Yeah, no. I know you. So back when you worked at Greyhound.
Mm-hmm.
You ever work with someone that was just like, when you first got there, you were like, I'm not really attracted to any of these people. And then as you continued to work there and spend 8 hours with these people, they ever grew on you? That's the mermaid theory, basically.
I work with people's moms and like aunties and shit. So, nah. Honestly, the only people there that were my age was like me and one other dude, and that was it. Other than that, I was the youngest person there.
Okay. Well, basically, anything that starts with Jarrell working at Greyhound is going to be terrible.
Absolutely an awful time. Absolutely. I don't think I have any fun stories about me working at Greyhound, to be totally honest with you.
I think I've heard some, but I don't know if you consider those fun.
I wouldn't consider those fun. I would consider those payment for suffering.
Suffer.
It was bad.
Did you almost get stabbed at Greyhound?
Times, yeah.
I'm sorry. But yeah, the mermaid theory is basically as you're subjected, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but as you're just like around this person, they start to grow an attraction to you because that's all you're seeing. Like,
it couldn't be just because I got to know a human and outside of the physical traits, I'm now attracted to them as a person.
It's physical because it's not like you're like, oh yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's definitely a physical attraction. And you're like, yeah, I would do this. Like, It's hard to.
It sounds like you're asking me, have I ever had sex with ugly bitches? Because there was only ugly bitches around, and you're tiptoeing around it. And I would like for you to be honest.
I mean, that's what the mermaid theory is basically turning a manatee into a mermaid in your head because that's all you're around. And it started with sailors out at sea being surrounded by fucking manatees, and they're thinking they're mermaids because they're like,
they was fucking each other, bro. First of all, all them dudes that was on the boats, as far as back in like the 1800s and shit, and pirates and everything, they had whole at sea husbands and shit. Them boys was gay. All right, so fucking manatees, they was just being freaky. All right, it's just them being nasty.
No, I'm not saying they were actually fucking manatees. I don't know. I wasn't back there. I just
they were. No. What's his name? The dude who discovered America in quotations, Christopher Columbus. He was fucking manatees. Straight dick and manatee, bro. That motherfucker stupid. And it was crazy too. Is manatees don't have the gene in their brain to get mad. So where he should have been mauled to death, they just let it happen. You feel me?
Oh, we've been out. I didn't know that the people were actually fucking manatees. I just knew that
it was fucking the shit out of the
manatee and mermaid theory. And like, I've had it happen to me before, where I was just like,
hey,
I first started a job, and I was just like, none of the women here are attractive. Like, I don't think any of the women here are that attractive, but it's whatever. I'm gonna just work because I don't care. And then, like 3 months down the line, after spending like 8 hours with them, we don't even have to work together, really, just around them. I'm like, she's bad. And then I
would rather you stand on the fact that you got to a point where you felt like your standards were lowered to smash somebody because you were in such a dry spell. And I would be
a dry spell.
You said what?
It doesn't have to be a dry spell. I had a girlfriend during this time. And I still had the mermaid.
Did you like her?
Me. Yes.
You like your girlfriend?
Yes, I liked my girlfriend.
I don't believe it. Because if you're looking at ugly women in the face, like, I'll beat it down. You got it. That's a cry for help.
Because they're no longer ugly to you.
I'll tell you this right now. And I'll say this out loud.
See pictures of manatees in the water. Their skeleton structure pushing against their skin does look kind of like legs. So it's easy to see how they confuse them for mermaids.
Them niggas, yeah. But once you get close and realize that it's a gray creature, you probably should be putting your dick in. You made a choice. I'll say this.
Columbus was a bad person now.
If the question is, have I been involved with a coworker or somebody at my job that I felt wasn't the most attractive? Absolutely. Absolutely. But
how do you deem somebody ugly?
How do I deem somebody
your
ugly? Standard?
No, I just want to know Dajanique's standards. Like, what is she like?
Okay, cool.
Once she deems somebody ugly, they're ugly forever. And that can't be true to me.
That
I can deem somebody, in my head, I can deem somebody unattractive at the time, but then like,
what if you see a girl full on shit herself in front of you? You would still double dip in that? Because I'm out for life. You'll never have to worry about if I'm making a move.
Here's a story that happened in my high school. I feel bad. There was this girl, and a rumor somehow got around that she shit in this dude's bed because her and this dude was having anal sex.
So bad.
They were having anal sex, and like his parents came home or something, and he just pulled out and just shit came out. And like, so that was a rumor that went around school that she shit in his bed from anal sex and all that. And like 2-3 years later, I was like, she's kind of cute still. I didn't do anything, but
you have no bottom. You have no line that you won't cross. You have no line that you won't cross, bro. Nah, yeah. Hey, first of all, I'm not gonna jump on this woman for her discovering her sexual freedoms. All right, that's fine. I have no problem with you getting opened up in whatever way you feel like getting opened up, sweetheart. That's up to you. What I do have a problem with though is you shitting in my bed. All right, ain't no coming back from that.
Try to shit in her bed.
I don't care. All right, I'm filing charges because I gotta sleep in a shitty bed. I can't just go up to my parents in high school and be like, "Hey, I need a new bed for reasons unknown." No, and they're gonna wonder why my room smell like a porta potty. No, now I'm in trouble. How do I look my father in the face and be like, I'm smashing shitty bitches in the bed? I'm ruining the household. Now I'm the problem. You gotta stand on that, sweetheart. And it ain't no more talking no more. I don't want to see you unless it's in court. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way.
All over an accident. It was an accident. She ain't mean to. He pulled out
to jail for less, Miles. People were spending life in prison for less.
He pulled out too quickly, which caused her body to react.
So how were you acting in that situation? You know,
I wouldn't be in that situation.
Nah, but I'm saying though, you gonna be Mr. Cool? You gonna be Mr. It's an accident? No, you're not. You about to wild the fuck out because there's shit on your shit, bro. There's shit where you sleep,
I don't know how I would act. I am a very
outlandish,
cautious or not cautious. I'm a very caring person. I'm not gonna try to make you feel bad.
How you gonna rub somebody back through shit?
I'm burning down my bed and not using those sheets anymore, and also never talking to her again. But I'm not gonna make her feel bad about it.
You don't think not talking to her again is not gonna make her feel bad? Because that's where my line is. Now I don't care how you feel because you shit in my bed. I don't care. You shit in my bed where I sleep at night. We're done here. Anyway, just stand on it. This isn't to you, but this is just to the topic that we were on. I have been with women that I wouldn't say is model quality or anything like that. And I'm not model quality myself, you know? I understand where I rank in this world and everything like that. That's why I say I will never deny a woman that I've had relations with, and I appreciate all of them who have shared their bodies with me. I appreciate you. I'll never deny you in public. I'll never treat you bad. Nor will I come on my show and act like because I was so damn bad that you being not what I would normally go for made it okay for me to go and hop down on you. I was just beating shit down, man. It'd be like that sometimes, but it is what it is. Or just straight diarrhea, just a turd or two. Quentin, what the fuck is the difference? It's still shit in your bed. Just because I can pick it up like dog turds and throw them away.
I will deny a nigga in a second. No, you can't deny who you slept with. If you slept with him, just
you can't do that. Yeah, I'm saying you can't do that. You lay with him. You roll with him. You got
You already did it. Your time with Kyle is over. There ain't women I deny, but I would put a huge disclaimer of dishonor.
My bad, Chris. I didn't mean to do that to you, bro. You would disown a woman? Wait a minute. Are y'all some disowning ass people? Y'all are out of bounds.
I don't disown. I own up to every person that I've slept with.
I'll stand on it too.
I'll think back like, man, maybe I shouldn't have. I'll think back of maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I did it.
Bro, I remember one of them found me on Facebook, yo, and I was terrifying. Bro, ain't no fucking way, yo.
Gotta go.
Big mistake, but I fucked her. I wouldn't even preface it with big mistake because when I was beating it down, I didn't care. I knew I didn't care. I was just beating it down. So yeah, man, you won't get denied from me.
I put caveats on them, like I did it.
That don't change it though. I didn't want it. I think that's worse, bro. Because what if a girl came up to you and was just like you saw a girl that you used to smash and you say, "Hey, how you doing?" And she with her nigga, and she like, "Listen, it was a long time ago. I was depressed. Life was bad. I was broke. A bitch had fleas." Like she come up with all these excuses of why she gave you some pussy. You gonna look at her crazy.
Still hit though.
Right, and that's all they gotta say to you is be like, yo, I'll still beat it down. So you lose that.
I had a girl do that. I hit her up, or no, I don't know. We were talking. She was like, "When's the last time I saw you?" And I was like, "Back in my dorm room, like back when I was in college." And she was like, "Oh yeah, you came out." And I'm like, "No, you came to my dorm." And she was like, "Oh, well, we did X, Y, or we did X, Y, Z and watch." She was basically implying we didn't do nothing, but I'm like, we did everything.
See, and that's when the anger part of me would start taking over. I was like, well, what happened when your ass was in the air? What happened then? Huh? What happened when I was throwing your panties on my dresser?
What happened when I had to go downstairs to my friend's house to get more condoms? What happened?
Right, yo. What happened when you said more and I gave it to you? What happened then? Oh, it was no problem then. Like,
no issues then.
People change. I'm sure there are at least two women who what was that? Caveat? What is that?
Caveat me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caveat? With Astros?
I think so.
I
think so. I don't know. Chris is an English major.
Chris, does caveat mean basically like asterisk or like sub like subfolder? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like little, I forgot the actual definition of it off the top.
Well, there's just tossing something in the wash, or you need a whole new bed, walls, floor. See, I assume it was just like some shit, like just some shit. Probably not like a full. She pushed out like multiple turds, just like a little bit slipped out. Probably that's my guess. We were in high school, so you know, a little bit turns to a lot. It's a rumor.
It's still like, I don't like the fact that a rumor happened to her. I think that's not fair. I don't think that's cool. But if shit did hit bed, you gotta stand on that one, yo. You gotta take full responsibility for it. That's somebody's bed, yo, in their house where they sleep at. That's crazy. And then his parents came home and found him. Oh, this is all going off the rumor. Like, the parents came home and found him. What do the parents do? I don't know what my mom's doing. She's cussing everybody else and asking why her house smelled like shit. Then comes to who's cleaning the shit. Now, I'm not gonna get in trouble and clean
Which
shit.
Which one is worse? Which one is worse? Your parents coming home and your house smell like sex, or your parents come home and your house smell like shit?
Shit.
Because you can't explain shit. You can explain sex like, look, mom, it happened, but like, how you explain shit?
Shit. Because now my mom talks shit, and anytime that a girl call the house, she gonna be like, one of these dirty booty girls is calling you, Jarrell. And how am I supposed to explain that to her? What happens when she get on the phone with my grandmother and she be like, yeah, we came home, Jarrell's fucking bitches that had the house smelling like ass. I can't get out of that. I don't need that in my life. But like I said, like, I'm not finna get in trouble and clean up shit. Like, if I'm in trouble, you're cleaning this up now. You have to.
Lactose intolerance. You know, Chris did say he was eating dinner, and we just kept on talking about it.
You did this. You did this. I didn't bring this up. This is definitely not a Jarrell subject. All right. Anyway, anybody else got anything to say about this? I can't get over it, bro. I can't get over it. How do you be an adult in that situation? Because I can't do it. I don't have it in me. I'm not mature enough yet.
And unsubbed. You guys want to see something cool that we just got? We have a QR code.
We have QR codes.
Yeah, we have a QR code. Someone scanned the QR code. Wait, who? Why?
How did you do it that fast?
How'd you do it that fast?
Jesus Christ. Thank you. We appreciate it. Tell us what it looks like.
I bet it's somebody just like on their phone. Holy shit, we got 4 people who scanned that QR code.
Hey, thank y'all. We appreciate you. We'll put it up later in the show too.
I'm pretty sure it just takes you to the YouTube right now. I don't have the donate one up because we don't have donations up. But there's one built.
We appreciate it. You want to jump into our first subject today?
Yes, we do.
Who wants to introduce it?
You go ahead.
All right. How do I introduce it? So, throughout
Which one's the
week,
first one?
huh?
Which one's the first one?
Passport Boys.
Ah, the Passport Bros.
We gotta talk about it. So,
All right.
at our team meeting this week, when we were getting topics together, certain somebody was like, "Hey, I've been seeing a couple of videos on the old TikTok talking about men leaving America and finding wives in different countries." Drill beats Elden Ring. That'll happen.
You'll never
That'll
know,
happen.
Maiden.
So yeah, they were like going to different countries and different properties in the U.S. territories of the U.S. like the Dominican Republic and shit, Puerto Rico. They were going there and they were finding wives. Now, a lot of the guys who did this action said they were doing it in the sense of finding a traditional wife. Why did I do wrist?
Yeah, what is this? This?
Anyway, they were doing it to find traditional wives. Tradition mean cooking, cleaning, not arguing back and forth with their husband and everything like that. And a lot of American women were not really feeling it. They were saying, well, one of them was saying that these type of men are predators. They were saying that there's women in America that you could be talking to. Yeah, So we decided to
it got pretty worse. I didn't show you all. I know I sent a lot of videos to you.
Oh, well,
also,
yeah, please.
I don't like doing these. I don't like doing these, by the way. I don't like researching shit on TikTok. I need a new TikTok account that's purely based off research so that I can keep my algorithm being like comedy shit and like TikToks that I enjoy watching versus going down rabbit holes of shit. Cause it just
how long did it take you to get to Andrew Tate from where you were?
Literally. All right, so Andrew Tate shit's no longer really on TikTok. They took it off.
Are you kidding me? Like they be trying to get to me. No, they be trying to get to me, G. Like not his personal account, but people be making edits with this motherfucker. They be trying.
Yeah, I don't see Andrew Tate shit. I still see like some of the other ones that are just like obviously they grab like the worst bitches to put on there and then just be like, "You're dumb, you're dumb." It just be that's what they do. But it was really next video. And so pretty much all my TikTok is right now is either Passport Bros shit or something along those lines. And I fucking hate it.
Right.
I think the worst one was I didn't get to see the actual video. She had stopped, like she had marked it unavailable, even though somebody like duets it or some shit like that. We didn't get to see the whole thing, but basically she was saying that black men that do this are pussy as fuck.
Why us specifically?
That's what I wanted to watch her shit to find out.
Why
I couldn't
specifically? That's
I couldn't.
That's fair. White men been doing this for generations. The whole story of Pocahontas is the same thing, and yet we get shot. I don't think that's fair. That's bullshit.
Yep.
Fuck you,
Yep.
Anyway,
so I didn't get to watch that one, but yeah, no. So people are very upset with dudes in general for doing this, or saying that it's okay to do this.
All right. Well, how do you personally look at this or feel about it? Is this something that you would engage in, or something that you feel like you would be a part of?
It's not.
And we're talking about it not in the sense of just being on vacation and smashing a bitch that's local to the country. It's going over there for the specific purpose of finding a wife that you bring back.
I would not go over there for the extent, like the purpose of bringing a wife back. However, I'm not turning down blessings when it comes to me. So if I go over there, if I'm spending some time over there, say a month or so, and I find somebody I like and I'm talking to and shit just works out, I'm not going to be upset. I think it's more the fact that they down talking black women as they do it. I've seen the video of what the girl is talking about. So they said that she thinks that we're down talking black women when doing that.
Again, this isn't us. I would say this is not. I haven't heard you talk this way. In the times that I've been around you or we've been in chat together, anybody knows me.
I have made jokes that I'm gonna go over there to Japan with my friend, and I'm gonna just find me a wife over there. That was a joke because I just think that those women are beautiful, but I'm not like legit going over there.
You're not going over there for the cultural, like, hey, you're a wife, like you're of what they think being a wife is or what they see being a wife.
Yeah,
is.
I'm not doing.
You're just saying it because you find that women attractive. You want to beat something down. See, it's coming from a lighthearted place. I haven't heard you talk crazy. No one I'm associated with talks crazy like that. That's insane.
It goes very deep, cutting where they were downing their own kind so hard. If you like that, girls, that's fine, but leave us out of it. You don't have to down us because you found someone you like outside of the race. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people in these videos. Okay,
fair. And that's the designation I want to make sure that we understand is like earlier when we started doing this show, we started talking about the women who were like they need men who don't have like 9 to 5s. They got to be hustlers. They're getting money all the time and like saying shit like $1,000 a week isn't a lot of money and everything like that. Like, I don't react to shit like that because they not talking to me. Much like the women who are attacking the men in these situations, I don't take anything from it because you're not talking about me. So there's no point in me getting upset, except for the lady who said that black men who do it are somehow worse than anybody else who does it. That's bullshit, but whatever. But yeah, man. I think this shit is so fucking lame, yo. Like, I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to be like, hey, I have a real opinion on this shit. Fuck who you want. Be with who you want. If you guys are agreeing with it and you guys are both together with it and down for it and are of adults who are making consenting decisions, go for it. I don't really give a shit. The only thing I would say is that like the men who do these situations, are you planning to stay at the country that you found your wife?
A lot of them do.
And you want to know why? Because if you bring them back here and you show them the freedom that women have, all that shit that you was trying to say is bad about America is right in front of your face now. Now she realizes that her opinion is very valid. She realizes that she is her own single being with her own rights and everything like that. And if she don't have time to be fucking with you, just like the other women who don't over here don't be having time to fuck with you, she gonna treat you that same way. So it would be counterintuitive for you to go bring this woman from this other country back over to America and then
I disagree. I get the joke, but I think I disagree. I think it's
really?
I think that's a difference in just because you throw somebody in a different environment doesn't mean they're immediately gonna start acting like that.
Have you seen 90 Day Fiance?
No.
You should watch it, and then you should realize that everything I said is on TV, right in front of your face. You can see it whatever time you want.
That's another thing. 90 Day Fiance legitimately exists, and everybody was fucking with that show. And now people are actually doing it. They're like, whoa, stop that.
And that's the other part of it too, man. Is like,
I hate that show.
You're now also marrying a woman strictly off of and we're gonna get to the dude side of or the women part of it too, because I really want to talk to them, but I just wanted to get this out. Like, to be a man in that situation makes no sense in my head, because like, what, you're still you, bro, and you don't know this woman. Y'all grew up in different environments and everything like that. You don't really know what it's like. Like, you really not rocking with this lady. You're rocking with what you think she should be. You don't really like this lady, so how are you gonna build a life off of that? It's so dumb.
Reality TV.
What was about to say? What do you say?
I was just answering Chris. It's a reality TV.
Yeah, it's a reality TV show where people find these wives in all these other countries, or find these husbands too, because white women do it too. They find these people in other countries. They meet them online or whatever in these chat rooms or whatever fuck. And they finally go, hey, I want to come to America. I'll get you to America. We can get married. They go to their country. They bring them back to America. They get married. And then 90% of the time, Soon as that motherfucker get their green card, they filing for divorce, and you back in the same ship, yo. Now they got all the freedoms of America, and you look crazy. You by yourself again.
Be fair, at least from what I understood, that show also grabbed literally like the worst people.
I would say there's a very wide range, but you could tell like anybody who's doing that. Well, no, let me not say anybody. There was one dude, I forgot what season it was, who was good job, handsome looking dude. You know what I'm saying? Good family, good raising, and everything like that. But like even he was weird because he was messing with a girl that just turned 18, and he was buying her like breast implants and Gucci bags and all types of shit. So like it wasn't even really a relationship type thing. It was just him basically buying stay-at-home pussy. Like it was basically what it was, which is weird.
If you're a dude who goes to a different country for the express purpose of getting a wife because you can't get one here, you will lose that wife if you get her. Because you ain't shit for women, period. Problem ain't being unable to get an American wife. Once that wife runs into a better dude here, bye. So I think how do I put this? I think we're sliding into a different topic or a different genre of what I guess passport bros, hashtag passport bros.
I'm just saying
it's about.
I think we're still on the same subject. We're just on the opposite side of it because we started out being like, well, but it's just from a dude standpoint, I don't get what you're doing here. Like I know you sent me the video of the
that, like, I don't think it's that they can't get a woman here. It's that they're not attracted to the women here. They don't want the women here.
Right, but it's again the one you showed me was the gentleman who was already with his wife that he found in a different country and everything like that. He was having an interview. His thing was saying he didn't want to argue with women. He said American women want to just complain and everything like that. Meanwhile, he had this wife here who cooks and cleans. You feel me? Huh?
He was like arguing about base shit. Like that was his argument.
That's what I'm saying though. But that's what a lot of these cats look at that traditional married or traditional wife shit is. Like they don't want their women to be independent. You know what I'm saying? They want their woman to be basically just what they want them to be, a controlled thing, which is weird.
Hey, Chris.
How can you not be attracted to an American woman to marry? We got them all here. Great point, Chris. But again, it's not necessarily how they look, it's the attitude that they feel comes with it. And I think that attitude comes with women knowing that they have choices and don't have to settle for the fuckery all the time. They can get out of Dodge or go find themselves a situation rather than, again, you find you a wife in Taiwan or in Thailand, excuse me, bring her back. She barely know the language, let alone how to get around and handle herself and everything like that. So you're still the one in control. So that's the only thing that didn't make sense as far as like a man side of it. I don't know why you would do some shit like that. Like I don't want to control a woman, so it don't make sense for me. I'd rather, you know what I'm saying, we just figure it out and go from there. But it is what it is. On the opposite side of it, from the women watching the men do it, especially the ones that you showed me that had the attitude or the problem with the situation, that is also quite confusing. Why are you upset about these gentlemen going to these different countries and doing this shit? Because you really got two options: either conform to the mind state that they want you to be in. What am I doing when I'm agreeing with Jarrell? Don't be acting like that's a good word, Jarrell. Wait, Jarrell, control, I think, is motivation. What? Don't be acting like I come on this show and say ridiculous shit now, Chris. All right, relax. But yeah, like on the women's side of it, the women who were complaining or saying that men were pussy for indulging in this type of lifestyle. So, first of all, the rates for people under 30 who are single are skyrocketing across the board for everybody. You know, across the board for everybody. Men, women, black, white, everything. Across the board, everybody is pretty fucking lonely. So I don't understand, like, if you're looking for somebody, and you're seeing what they want, you have an option to conform to the shit that they want, or you have an option to leave it alone. Most of you, have chosen to leave them alone, as they should. Why would you want to conform yourself to that type of situation? You feel me? But when they decide to go somewhere else to go find the companionship that they're looking for, why attack them on it is my question. Well, that doesn't make sense in my head. Why would you go out of your way to call them names or look down on them when you don't want to fuck them? I don't.
Dated.
Huh?
Dated.
Jaded?
Yes, jaded.
Go ahead. I've been talking about it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of that. I was like, I remember when I first brought this up, Dre was like, this is a dumb topic, and I ain't got nothing to say on it. And then he just went on for like 10
It's more of me working through my thoughts because this seems dumb. Like, if I'm being real with you, this seems fucking stupid all the way around. Because you're not going to find a wife that loves you. She's not going to get you your high blood pressure medicine when you're 50. Because she can barely read English, so she's gonna let you die and look stupid.
That's another thing. Take your money. Like the places they're going, people speak English.
Not well enough.
That's.
Oh well, go ahead.
Have you been there? All right. First off, let me just start with saying,
I'll get back with you.
I am not defending them. I am just playing devil's advocate at this point. And like you said, I'm going to start with the last thing you said, which is single people are skyrocketing across the board under 30, but no one knows how to solve the problem. Now, these dudes have found a way to solve their problem, but the women on the other half haven't. So they're like, wait a minute, why the fuck are you guys doing this? It feels like you guys are just leaving the game and not solving it. So they're upset. That's how I see it.
That's fair. That's fine. But why be again? Why?
Yeah, no, I agree. Why be upset? Because like you didn't want them. So why does it matter? All of a sudden, why does it matter? You didn't want them. They found somebody that does want them. So why are you upset by it? It should really just clear the pool for you.
You should have a clear lane to get to the niggas that you was dreaming of fucking with in the first place. If they not going overseas to go fuck with these women, they right at home and right in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? These are questions that we can't answer, unfortunately. And because we don't have women in our lives that do think shit like this, at least ones that we know of, if there's any women watching the show either today or later on who have more to say about these subjects, please let us know. We definitely love to have you on and whatnot. But that shit just don't make no fucking sense, man.
Everyone is right to look down on them because if we figured out the men are doing it for the control, then it's obvious they don't want love. They want to control someone. Call that shit out. Fuck them. They don't want those men because those men want to control a person. That's not the women's fault. That's the dudes being the shit. Or being shit, I'm guessing. It doesn't make you shitty to call out shittiness.
Fair point. I agree 100%. But that's still leaving the options of either deal with it or don't fuck with it very much on the table. It doesn't change anything. And you chose not to fuck with it. So why be mad? Let them motherfuckers be weird on their own.
I think there's a thin line between dudes wanting traditional wives and dudes wanting to control their wives. I think some dudes do want more traditional wives without actually wanting to be like controlling, but like they don't want the American dream girl, I guess. I don't know. I'm not one of those dudes. I can't answer those questions. I think it aligns with kind of like the same. As a feminist, I can't stand for this. Well, Jesus. I think it aligns with some of those same thoughts. What?
I don't know why that made me laugh so much. That's hilarious.
I think it aligns with some of the same thoughts that like those dudes that be like, I don't want a party girl. I don't want my girl doing X, Y, Z. And I want someone that's actually going to go 50-50. If I'm supposed to do this, you're just going to do this and blah, blah, blah. I think it is always a thin line between wants and needs. And, I think that the raising of being single is that no one wants to settle, which is fine, but no one wants to settle and no one wants to change. Everyone wants to be accepted as they are.
And they can find spaces to be accepted as they are, as is. Especially
single.
No,
single.
I'm just saying, like, not even necessarily being single, but like online and everything. Onlines? God damn, I'm 60. I'm having a moment. But online, all of us have different. Well, I not to the greatest. All of us can find different people online who like the same shit that we like. You feel me? There's other Eagles fans I could talk to. There's niggas who like fucking Gundam that I've become friends with and fuck with very heavily over a game over online and everything like that. So you can find your people or people with shared interests with you and everything like that. I think the issue becomes like again what Chris was saying, man, it's this weird end game that they all have. That again, the main thing they kept saying was they don't like American women because they complain or are very opinionated, don't fit in traditional roles, don't cook, don't clean, which is crazy. Like, all right, like why put that justification on all American women and just not the women that you be around? Like, that's insane.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I meant, or what the definition more of traditional. I'm sure there's more to it, but like cook, clean, take care of kids, not going out. Like every time I see one of those videos, their big thing is like not going out partying. I don't know, shit like that. Yeah, there's not. I don't know. It's a whole.
I think, yeah, man. It's hard for me to like keep going into detail about this shit because like it's so dumb to me. Like, bro, I don't know. If you want to go to a different country and find a wife, you're more than welcome to. But that she's not gonna love you, G. Or if she does love you, it's not.
Yeah, she can love you.
You think so?
She's not gonna love you. I think she can still love you.
She's not.
I think you can definitely find love in other countries.
I think it's a possibility.
I also think just like here, I think you can find love here, or you can find love in you can find love in other countries. I think you can find love in both places, but just like one place over the other, you're also going to find shit where people are just using you, or you're just gonna find shit where people aren't actually like you guys just don't mesh well. Like,
I think that's more of what the relationship would be in those situations. It's two people understanding that the only thing connecting us is you have something I want, and I'm willing to act the way you need me to act. So that way,
like saying that's like saying girls over there only date guys for a transactional reason.
Do you think? All right. Do you think Donald Trump's wife?
Like, let's say Japan. You're saying all women in Japan only date men over in Japan.
I didn't say all, just saying the ones that participate in these types of actions.
I'm saying dudes go over there,
right?
And they do they still have to spit game, they still have to do all this shit to pull a woman. Like, do you think Donald Trump are there dudes going over there just paying money to get a wife? Sure. Yeah. But that's different.
Do you think Donald Trump spit game to get his wife?
No, not at all.
Do you think any of the dudes who were promoting this in the videos that you showed me about these situations we're trying to find love and companionship with these women versus just finding somebody to fit a role that they have already deemed wife material in their life?
I don't know how to answer that one. I don't know.
I'm like, well, who is this example of like love that you look at to be like, this can work out? This was a decent idea.
I'm not pointing out anyone because I don't know anyone. I don't know these people personally, but I'm not saying that, they're only in it for the transaction. we missed a few things. It's funny
Yeah, we did.
because they always want a homebody, but go looking for women while at the club.
You kind of got to though. You can't find a woman at home, but you gotta go find one.
I love that one. A lot of my female friends always say that because I don't know why. I'll talk to them about how I'm like not having luck with women during my times, and they'll be like, "Well, you got to go out to a bar," and I'm like, "No, you don't. Don't go to a bar." And she's like, "No, go out to a bar and stuff." I'm like, "All right, when you go out to a bar, do you like being hit on?" "No, I don't like being hit on." So why would another woman want to be hit on at a bar?
Yeah, but you gotta go outside. You can't not necessarily.
Yeah, you gotta go outside. You gotta go outside. You gotta go outside. You gotta have friends.
You gotta talk to somebody. Matter of fact, I think of all the times that I've been put on in my like, well, not necessarily put on, but like most women I've dealt with on parties through friends.
He said she definitely could love you. Not everybody come or cares about coming to America. Some people do actually want love. I agree.
Who's the example of that though?
There are people out there. We just don't know about them.
Do you have an example?
No.
Anybody you can point to. And that's why my only thing is like, before we even started talking about this, the examples that I have, I've never seen no shit like this work out. You know what I'm saying? For anybody. In any type of situation like this.
I am sure I have seen people go to different countries and then live there and find a wife and then just be happy. I'm sure it happens. I probably can look them up on YouTube. Like just looking up like fucking people that go to other countries and make a YouTube and now have a wife over there. Yato has. Like it happens.
I don't have any examples, so I can't say yes or no to it. But if you've seen them,
basically, you're saying if you go to another country, the only time you're gonna find a wife or anybody is when it's a transaction. You're just shit out of luck.
Bro, I don't see you going to a different country and being a regular nigga with no bread, just a regular dude, and then gaming your way up a woman. You feel me? To be your wife.
People do it all the time.
Who is these niggas?
I'm saying in general, just because you're a foreigner doesn't mean you don't find love.
It's different if you're on vacation. That's like I'm saying no. But if you're
I'm just saying foreigners in general find love. They come to America and find love that's not transactional. They go to different people go to different countries. One of my adopted uncles moved to Germany and he has a whole ass wife over there.
There we go. Now you started giving me like names and people in these situations. Can we talk to him?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a lot of people in my life personally that have gone across.
Neither do I. That's my whole point. I can't advocate for something I never seen before. That's why I'm asking you. Who is these niggas? I personally would love to talk to these people.
You know what a big demographic keeps trumpeting traditional values, wives, gender roles, etc. Fucking white conservatives, and we know they want to control. If passport bros are really coming at this in good faith, they gotta be careful who they align with. I'm sure they do gotta be careful about who they align with. Real women are at Barnes and Nobles, Yato has. There are multiple Hmong people that do that a lot. Yeah. We won't know because I
haven't met anybody in my personal life. There's nobody who I can reach out to and talk to. If you do have somebody and they're willing to talk to it, who went out and was in a different country and then got them a wife and everything like that for those reasons because they couldn't find anybody in America, please send them my way. I would love to have them on the show so we can have these conversations. But
I don't think they did it because they couldn't find somebody in America. But like,
whatever reason. Whatever, but as far as the subject that we're talking about, I know nobody who was like, I'm going to go find me a wife outside the country for traditional wife reasons or to be a more traditional wife, and it all worked out the way they wanted it to work out. It works out as long as the transaction is still thriving. Are they in love though? Is she just like, are they in love? Like when you look at them, do you be like, oh, they fuck with each other? Or do you just be like, ah? Like if a bad time were to happen, would people start looking around like, all right, man, it's been real, and gotta start closing them shop and figuring it out. But Anyway, yeah. Closing thoughts on this, Miles?
Closing thoughts on this. Dudes that do this, guess do whatever you want. You were gonna do it anyway. Be careful, I guess. I don't know. Just because you go over there doesn't mean it's gonna be easier. There's all women are women, and men are men. People are people.
Nice save.
Boss.
Nice save.
I thought so too.
They was gonna be on your ass. I was gonna let them.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. Women are not on my happy list right now.
I already knew. That's why I said this was a setup when you told me the topic.
No, this conversation. No. I got upset after we decided this conversation was gonna be the thing.
Listen, whatever demons you wanted to let loose, I knew it had nothing to do with
mad at this. Just stop.
Yeah, that's a waste of your time. Why be mad at somebody else's life decisions?
Why be mad at somebody that don't want you?
That sound dumb. You look and sound dumb for that.
Look, why be mad at somebody that don't want you? They don't want you. Oh no.
Look at all these men who I didn't want in the first place, who are looking for these things that I wasn't. Having sex with women that aren't me.
It's indicative of a larger problem in their lives. I do want them to find love, but they got to fix their motivation, because if they say they can't find a wife in America, they're telling on themselves.
You can find a wife easy. You just can't find nobody that's going to love you for your bullshit.
I like to think that there's still some people out there that are genuinely that are more genuine than the extremes that we're talking about.
I would agree. I would then also say, though, as far as the situation goes, it's hard for me to look at somebody and be like, you did this for love. You could have found love in your own country. Why are you fucking with this dude here? Like, there's obviously something else to this comes in.
I mean, look, I think that there are values that we have in America that are different than the values that are held in different countries and different places. And maybe that person really likes the values that they are presenting. Being like, all right, I want to go there because I love these values. And
yeah, but then it goes to like, what are these countries that you're looking at? This is where I'm like, well, what are the places that you're looking at these women from? Are these traditionally countries where women can speak up and have their own voice and have their own opinions, or they only go as far as the man connected to them goes? And that's when I'm like, this is really hard for me to say it's for love when she's looking at you for a source of income, a source of housing, a source of life and everything like that. And you're looking for her as a wife.
I want to be the devil's advocate. Just
go for
it. Go for it. A moment. What is the difference between what American women do when they say those same things?
You talking about when they be like they want somebody to be taking care, to take care of me and everything like that? It's the same situation. It's the same thing. It's the same.
Let me finish.
We started this whole podcast with this same conversation of being like the women who was like, hey, we need ballers. We need niggas with big bucks. You got to have this, that, and the third. And what did we say? You ain't talking to us. Like, you're more than welcome to say that, but you got to find niggas that's willing to do that shit. That's not really love either way, because he's just buying you until he wants something else.
Other country argument sounds a like people who don't like interracial couples. No, Jarrell, what I'm saying is, you said the women over there are wanting someone to take care, like to provide
you're saying
money,
they want
take care of their house, or not take care of their house, but like housing and all that shit. And I'm like, the women here want to do that. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just being devil's advocate. Women here are doing that same thing.
You got to take care of all their kids.
The traditional values of being a home taker.
I agree right with you. That's why I'm like, this shit don't make sense. I don't know. So, I think it's easier to do it there because they feel like they don't have to deal with. I think women in America understand that they have bigger, broader options, and a lot of women who are in these other countries realize they really don't. Or when they enter into these situations, they can't really maneuver the same way American women can. even you feel me. So because of that, they're now in the same. They both want the same thing, but one's a lot more stuck in their situation than the other one is. Does that make sense?
I think, yeah, I get you from a man's point of view. In my head, what they're saying is like, all right, if they both want this thing, but I'm getting more back for over here, I'm going over here. And people are mad that they're going over here. Chris is mad they're going over here, even though they're getting something they want back over here versus getting nothing but paying the exact same.
All right, listen, I don't care.
That was the main. I think that is the main argument of the Passport Bros. If I'm going to be doing the same thing, I might as well be getting something back from it. And I
but
get
what are you really getting back from it? You're just getting a woman who wants the same thing with you, but can't complain. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's what's real control as shit, yo.
Or won't. I don't know. I'm not a passport bro. I'm just saying, if over here the woman's going to be doing like cooking, cleaning, taking care of the house, and all this shit that they want, and the dude is always also going to be doing like paying for everything, providing the house, being the provider, and all this shit, the same thing that the American women want, he's at least getting the home care over here versus not getting a home care, and she's just doing whatever the fuck she wants. And again, that is fine. It's just he's choosing over here, and people are upset that he's choosing it. I don't get why they're upset.
I think it's stupid. I do think though, yeah, you better have your motherfucking money right when you do shit like this, because you do not want to be a broke American in a different country. That sounds horrible.
To do that for them, they don't have to go to another country. They don't, but it's easier to find people like that in the other country.
I think you got to offer a little bit more when you do it here too. Like outside of the financial, like she got to somewhat enjoy her time around you. I think you really could be a boring motherfucker and just live off of the fact that you from America if you went to a different country, rather than trying to be a boring motherfucker with money here. Yeah, she gonna cheat on you, dog. She gonna cheat on you a lot, and you gonna look silly. What if you go to another country, bro? What if you bring a woman to the biggest fucking, like the biggest fucking hotel of her country and everything like that, and she still play you out? That would break. Oh man, that's a shame. I would throw up.
All right, I'm kind of over this topic.
Nah, get it out of your system, because you got some demons you need to get out.
I'm good. I don't have demons.
Nah, man, you wouldn't have said this if you didn't. You didn't.
I feel like you thinking that I'm one of these. Like I want to be a passport bro.
I don't think you are. No. I think you value women, and their opinions and everything like that. So I think you're fine. I think you actually enjoy talking to women and don't have a problem with women. Yeah. Yeah.
What was that? What was that?
What's the next topic, bro?
Think about the people I've had crushes on and tell me they're not like opinionated.
I didn't say anything. What's the next topic?
You were like,
I didn't say. Listen, anyone
that stop trying to gaslight me. I literally saw it happen. Chat saw it happen.
Anyone that dealt with Miles, you are a strong, independent queen. You don't need anything from anybody. I respect you.
I'm just saying, the people that I am fully attracted to are like those women.
Do you see me disagreeing with that?
You know what? You on some shit, but all right. Next topic. What did we see happen? Jarrell gaslighting. Next topic is actually a span of topics. Just kind of, the world's going to shit, y'all.
Pretty fast, bro.
The world is going to shit
fast. And a lot of things I thought would be better, like the fucking American defense system, not as great, you know?
Let's start with that. 2 weeks ago,
fucking balloons.
A fucking balloon just flying over, and we're 90% sure it's a spy balloon, but we're like, what do we do?
It's been confirmed they were Chinese balloons, bro. Here's like they were collecting information. We don't know for what though.
One thing that just blew my mind for
What's
something.
up?
Could you imagine being in like the war room in China, being like, "Look, we need to spy on these niggas. How the fuck we gonna spy on these niggas? We got satellites. We can do a bunch of shit." And that one dude in the back is like, "What about a balloon?"
But it worked
They
though.
won't, but they won't expect it.
What if they put up pictures of like hot air or like the Goodyear blimp, hot air balloons, and then the Chinese air balloon? They be like, listen, the way we get in, float at them. They love floating shit. Can't get enough of it. You see this shit?
You
They
see
can't
this
get
shit?
enough of it.
Fucking just look, launch it or like send it up. The wind will take care of it. We can forget about it, honestly. And
Right.
then all of a sudden, it's just floating over there, and we'll be like, look,
We taking pictures and shit, nigga. What you gonna do about it?
it was a commercial balloon.
What if they was just like, we're trying to do our own version of Google Earth, and we needed these balloons up?
oh
Why
my
the fuck
God.
would you need to take pictures of Montana? For what? For who? Niggas here don't like Montana. What do you need Montana for? My favorite part of the story was after America shot their balloons down, America called them to be like, yo, what the fuck is this going on? And China was like, we ain't even answering because y'all not in a mood to be diplomatic. Y'all just want to yell and shoot shit. And we not playing this game with y'all.
I don't know why. Politics is 1,000% funnier if you just imagine it as like
Fucking high school
Motherfuckers.
drama.
yes, high school drama. Like I can't even deal with you right now. You're doing so much.
I sent a little balloon over your little country and you want to get mad. Okay, whatever.
Why are you hiding things?
Right. If you wasn't trying to hide some shit, you wouldn't be mad right now shooting everything. Now what y'all got going on in Montana? Bro, fucking hilarious. But my question is like, our defense, we spend so much in military defense. How the fuck did this motherfucker get all the way
across the country?
Bro, it had to wait till they went into the ocean to shoot it down. They saw one in Montana, another one waited all the way through, bro. What the fuck are we paying taxes into if this is what's happening? Balloons? What if we would have had bombs on it? Now we're fucked. Now we getting blown up. Terrible, dog. Terrible. Our defense system got shown that they get a little bit pussy. A little. We'll calm down, America, before you jump down my internet and beat my ass. I have a mysterious way of going. I'm not calling you pussy. I'm just saying how you handled the situation was kind of a little bit pussy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be the biggest military in the fucking world, and niggas beat you with balloons. It's kind of rough, dog. What else? Oh, do you want to talk about the UFOs?
They knew about it since it went into Alaska.
So why not shoot it down there? Because it had to fly from Alaska. It went through Canada and then got in through Montana. Because it was over Montana. So why not
Canada do nothing about it?
Why
did Canada do nothing about it?
That's a great question, but I don't think people take Canada serious, bro. So I don't think
Canada
Canada
don't take Canada serious.
Canada don't give a fuck. They got their own shit. But I just don't understand how you could track something for that long and not shoot it down or do something about it before it gets here. Yeah, man, that was real pussy. No,
We should have sent up our own balloon.
With guns? That would have been lit.
With what? Their horses? What the fuck are you guys talking about? They waited till it was over the ocean because it was safer that way. They were able to jam it and took the time to study it. We probably got more out of it than China.
Shouldn't even have gotten in the country. When you pay, what is it? We paid 12 billion trillion?
A lot.
Yeah, I forgot how much we pay yearly into defense of this goddamn country. But the whole point of the National Guard is so shit like this don't fucking happen. So where were they at? Where was all our shit at? All the planes that be flying over football games and all types of nonsense. Where the fuck was they at? It shouldn't have got in if you paying that much money. let's say you paying for a bodyguard, right? You paying him thousands upon $1,000 a day, and somebody is able to throw a balloon at you, and that nigga will be like, "Well, I waited till we got outside because it was safer than pop a balloon." Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Should have got to it to me. Should have got it. Fucking handled it. I don't want to see that shit. So there's that. That was thing one. Do you want to talk about Ohio? Do you want to talk about the UFO? Do you want to talk about?
So I don't know anything about the UFO.
It's just another UFO that we didn't know what it was, and it also ended up getting shot down too. So we don't know where that came from or who it
Look,
is.
first off, it has been confirmed for years now. I think almost 10 years that UFOs exist.
I don't know. Well, I don't know where you heard it.
They declassified documents about UFOs a long time ago.
I didn't hear about that until the last quarter of Trump's presidency. I remember I saw a meme too that was just like, man, aliens must not be real, because if they were, we would have heard about it already. He keeps telling everything. Literally the last quarter is when I finally heard that UFOs got confirmed. It was right after January 6th.
To find something that high up flying across the largest ocean in the world of something that has a teeny tiny crosshair, we ain't wizards. Aren't we though?
I don't want to hear that, bro. We literally
I feel like America is just a drunk wizard.
Maybe, yeah. We have targeting systems on top of targeting systems that can pinpoint cities and literally drop things that can fly from that can come in from space, land, and then blow up a city like that. I thought that was bullshit. Come to find out, it's fucking real. So it's not like we don't have the tools to get this job done. This is a very easy job to get done. We just didn't do it.
Do you not believe in aliens, Nate? Because that's a different topic. I agree with you. UFO doesn't mean alien. It just means unknown flying object.
Do you think there's aliens?
Yes.
I don't disagree with the fact that there's aliens. I just don't think they want anything to do with us.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
I think they look at us like we look at zoos. Like,
yeah, 100% is what I say. We definitely are just like some fucking lower life form fucking animals that they're just like, look at these shits.
There's no way you can fly across the galaxy and there's people here that we think are stupid and you don't look at us as stupid. Like, there's no way you can do that. We can't fly.
100. I don't know if you see it, but there's also that fucking clip of Neil deGrasse Tyson or whatever, always talking about how like there's only like a 1% difference between the DNA of us and our closest relatives, the monkeys. And they're like, think about that. The smartest monkey is about like a toddler intelligence.
And the fact that crows in a couple thousand years are going to be in their phone.
Yeah, and that's only 2%. They're like, well, that's only 2%. Like that 2%, inside that 2% is enough to make this big of a difference. Fucking, we're just not gonna be there.
Real quick, what fight would you rather be a part of? Like, you got to fight for the human race. Like, humans are ending, but would you rather fight aliens or like have a Planet of the Apes scenario where animals get to a point where they're looking us in the face and they're like, we should just fight for control of this bitch? Like, who would you rather go against?
Who do I think we have a better chance at? Either way, I think we're done for.
Bro, a sentient bear, I don't want to deal with that. I don't
as dumb as this topic is, this like, I think if we fought against sentient animals, our hubris is gonna get the fucking better of us, and we're like, they're just dumb animals. We're smart, we're intelligent, we're apex, and then we get our shit clapped in. Aliens are we're just gonna be pussy, and we're gonna be like, we're gonna try, but they're fucking aliens.
Bro, did you see the Planet of the Apes movie where those soldiers ended up getting drunk with a monkey and they gave the monkey a gun and everybody was laughing, and then all of a sudden he started shooting the shit out of people? That's what I think will end up happening to a lot of people. They will think it's pussy outside, and it's not going to be pussy outside, and won't get.
I believe in aliens. Down. I just don't think they've been here. Space, like the Pacific Ocean, is big. The odds of aliens being aware of us is astronomical. I see what you did there. I'm sure there is other life in the universe, but there being other life doesn't mean that they are even advanced as we are. I'm sure that there is life out there that is less advanced than us, but I also am sure, or not sure, I feel like there's probably a life way more advanced than we are. Also believe that there's life in the fourth dimension that we just can't comprehend. So
I was with you. I was riding with you in the car. And then you went there, and I'm just like,
I also believe that there's probably life in the two dimension, but we don't need to go there too.
did you see Food Fight and was like, no, this could happen?
Food Fight? No.
The fucking Seth Rogen cartoon movie? Because that's what happened. The food became sentient. They ended up taking some like concoction of meth. They ended up seeing life in the fourth dimension, and then that's when shit got real.
Fuck you, Y-axis. I see. No, I have not. I've not seen that movie. I just know it ends in an orgy, and I was just like, I don't need to watch this movie.
But I'm saying that they pretty much are confirming what you said. So, do you think that's it?
Because the food was aware of the other dimension. Mm-hmm. I think fourth. I don't think the dimensions fuck around with each other. I think fourth dimension knows that there's other dimensions, but doesn't know how to fucking mess with them.
So, like, who's in this fourth dimension that you think is there?
Aliens?
Who gets to this? Like, is there a way you can decide which dimension you go into?
Nope.
Or is it just like if you're already born into one, that's where you stay?
You're born in the one, that's what you say.
Does it have
born
to
in the
concurrently
third dimension,
with us?
Staying here.
Is it like, do I have a fourth dimension apartment?
I just think there's a fourth dimension around us that we don't see, can't comprehend. Isn't the fourth dimension time? No, because time exists in all dimensions. Remember, I was gonna do an episode of Smart Nigga Corner about the fourth dimension.
I'm trying so fucking hard. I'm trying so hard not to be dismissive like a common crackhead, but I'm like, I just need you to give me something.
There's nothing I can give you that will be that'll make you be like, yeah, this is right.
No, just show me. I don't know the thing that's anchoring you. Like, if they're all not happening in the same space, right? Because there's no like fourth dimension parallel of this apartment. So, like, what do you think it is? Do you just think it's a world of light beings flying around?
See, the thing is, this is how I see it in my head. We can't comprehend it, because if we could comprehend it, we could see it. We can't see it because we can't comprehend it. Like, our brains literally can't fucking like imagine.
Yeah, but like we can't see UV light, but we can comprehend what it is. You feel me? So
we can't see any light, to be fair.
Fine, you can put it whatever way you want to, but it's still there. We understand the grasp of the idea.
And then there's ways we can see light and UV and radiation.
Some crafty intervention.
Seems like some math problems I can see and not comprehend. Some Lovecraftian dimension. My
whole thing is this: like, if you believe in a fourth dimension, that's fine. I'm not going. But what do you think it is? Do you just think it's a world of things we can't even present ourselves to think about? It's not even. Oh shit! It's not even a real, tangible thing that we can go to. But I think it's just there. Because now I'm like, well, now it sounds like you believe in the boogeyman, and I don't want to be rude.
I don't think they can comprehend us either.
I think that's bullshit.
I
think it's bullshit.
No. Let me correct that. We lost a lot of viewers in this.
We should have. We deserved it to. We deserved it. That's fine.
Like I was watching that number plummet, and I was just like, yeah, people are just fucking leaving.
I don't give a shit about who sees this, because now I'm just talking to my friend. I don't give a fuck. I just want to have a conversation with my homie. Because what the fuck are you saying right now? I'm right with you up to a point where you're just like, it's some shit that we can't even think about right now. Well, we kind of.
It's not like right now. I think that we will never be able to comprehend it because it's not something that we can just like fucking understand. I already tried to explain to you that we see in 2D, and you thought I was a fucking nutcase.
I would listen. I find it hard to think of it as a concept that we can't think about. Like then it feels like I'm walking by faith on the fourth dimension, and that's very hard for me to do because I can't find anything to anchor me to it. You feel me?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know, in some aspects you could say this about God to a certain extent, but I
didn't want to bring it up, but I'm like, you're the most faithful man I know. That
right? Like, but there's tangible shit that I can point to in my life that I can go, hey, nobody else did this for me. I can put it up to coincidence, but if I'm doing that, then why is it only happening in these certain circumstances? Much like the planets coming together, much like anything else that I think God is involved with, I can point to those things and be like, well, the evidence points that this was created by design in some way, shape, or form. But the fourth dimension just being some, I don't mean to take any shots, but being some magical fairyland, that some shit that I can't even fucking process in my brain piece is going down so hard that I can't even, like, we don't even know what it could be. That's what I'm like.
There's theories about what the fourth dimension could be and what it would look like and shit like that. Basically, you could see all sides of an object and shit like that. Like you can see all inside and outside. It's really fucking weird shit. And that's why I'm like, I can't say evidence. I'm sorry, I missed the quotes. Oh my god.
Listen, I don't want you to think I'm dismissive of you. I just, you know.
Look, I don't expect people to be like, all right, this makes sense. I don't expect people to agree with me. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. You aren't high enough for this part. Oh, you know.
I'm gonna be real with you because I'm your friend. I think if a girl came up to you and said like, "Oh, Miles, I understand," you know what I'm saying? There is a fourth dimension. She might be trying to fuck, bro, because ain't no fucking way.
Marry her at the top.
You got to, dog. She's trying to fuck you, dog, because ain't no fucking way.
I kind of see what Miles is saying. That's weird. You shouldn't see what I'm saying because I don't.
He can't see. He don't know what he's saying. Ain't no tangible thing. It's a sign that says fourth dimension, and once you cross,
I'm just saying, like, we don't understand. Why is this so crazy when we can show, or like, we don't understand how the fuck quantum mechanics work? We just know that it works.
Because that is a theory built off of tangible things. You feel me? That is something that we don't know the ins and outs of it, but we can point to certain parts of it and call it that.
The fourth dimension is a fucking like a theory built off the fact that there are other dimensions. Like that we live in a three-dimensional space that we can see two-dimensional things.
Right, but it's three-dimensional because of the shapes that were in three dimension. What is there's a two-dimensional world, but where is this magical two-dimensional world at? Where is this flat Paper Mario world at, Miles? We don't know. We have no idea. It's just a thing thrown out there. The thing that we only can say is that we live in a three-dimensional world, but it's only in three dimensions because we can map it out. We can point to something tangible. You feel me?
Let's get mad real quick. Madder.
What's up? I'm not mad. Also, I'm just chilling.
In a two-dimensional world, you could only see in one dimension.
Fine, sure. I mean, we can't prove that because there's no way for us to go into these magical dimensions. We don't know. What do you see in a fourth dimensional world? Three dimensions?
Three dimensions.
I guess. If you say
it so. Is.
So you can see something. Hold tight. So you then can see something in a fourth dimensional world.
It is accepted theory that you will see in the dimension below you. Just like how I tried to explain how we see in a third or in the second dimension, but our brains make it 3D in our head.
Sure, I'm with you.
Hold up your hand, Jarrell. Look at your hand.
Hey,
Can you see the back of your hand?
Brother?
No.
Hey, brother.
Because you only can see the 2-dimensional space.
You right.
All right.
You right, black man. And I'm not your enemy. I'm on your side.
Consciousness? I don't know if consciousness is a dimension of itself. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I didn't spend years studying this. Can we get back on the other topic of
say after saying the fourth dimension is real, but I can't comprehend it. Wonderful thing to say. But anyway, do you want to talk about Ohio now? Because I think Ohio is pretty interesting.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so everybody who knows and doesn't know, Ohio had a very, very bad train crash. I forgot the exact city in Ohio, but it was caused by the Northern Pacific Train Company, a train company whose workers were fighting for a strike not too long ago, trying to state that the company has done nothing to really make sure the upkeep and stoppage of these type of catastrophes that are happening. Or East Palestine, excuse me. East Palestine? Might be. You're right. My fault, Chris. You're right. East Palestine, excuse me. I thought it was Northern something. Huh. But anyway. Anyway, so they ended up having a train crash, dumps tons and tons of chemicals into the soil and to the water. They have the bright idea to burn off the chemicals that leaked, so that way they get released into the air. Unfortunately, that was an even dumber idea because the people in charge are stupid. So now they put that into the air, which is not good. It is now seeped down into the water system. East Palestine. Oh, East Palestine was a city. Okay, bet. Thank you so much. East Palestine was a city, but it was northern. What's it called? That was the train company, right? I want to make sure that I got that right off the top. I think it was. I just want to make sure. But anyway, so now the water is contaminated. The city basically is uninhabitable. And Miles, my question to you is like, if this were to happen to you, what's your next move?
Why is it always? Why do you always do this to me?
Because you're the fourth dimension. What are you talking about? You gotta have it.
It's always the same. Well, if this happened to you, what's your next move? Well, oh no, I'm not in this situation. I'm very much not a planner. I don't plan shit. As you might have guessed from my trips to Minnesota, I don't plan things. I just do them. Shit just works out for me. So my next move.
Go ahead.
I guess my next move is to figure out what the fuck I want to do and then do it because it'll work out.
Let me tell you why I'm not ready to be in a committed nothing with nobody. Because, like, say if I was a wife and I heard my husband say some shit like this, be like, I don't know, it usually work out for me, babe. I'm leaving you on the spot. We gotta go because you got me fucked up. What do you fucking mean it work out for you, motherfucker? We gotta go.
I would have to leave because, again, first off, what am I doing in that small country or small?
Yeah, you already gave up in life if you stayed in Ohio. That's a good point.
And that small city in Ohio, not even Cleveland. So apparently, I just looked this up. Apparently, that train crash killed 45,000 animals.
It did?
Yeah.
What animals? Because they didn't have any livestock on
the train crash killed nearly 45,000 animals.
I know fish were dying. That's one. But what are the other animals? I didn't know. I didn't have any livestock on the train. So how did that get out? Norfolk Southern Freight Train.
About 43,000 animals found were dead aquatic species.
Yeah, it's just like fish.
There's no evidence of any terrestrial animals were killed by the train's chemicals.
Okay, bet. So yeah, it was just fish. Jesus Christ, dude.
All the fucking farm animals in a 10-mile radius. Jesus, like, it's so This reminds me of the BP oil spill, kind of.
That's pretty much how they're handling it.
I expect an I'm sorry video.
Oh, I told you before the show, right? They had the town hall where they had the CEO of the company there, and they had the city mayor there. By the way, that's it. The mayor of not the city mayor, excuse me, the governor. The governor of Ohio need his ass beat because assistance was offered, so it would look like it could be considered a state of emergency for the state, so we can get water and shelter and everything that they needed, and he turned them down. That's fucking crazy.
Guillotines.
Not wrong, but still, honestly, I don't know, man. How do you look at people in charge who turn away help that could have saved you and your family? And
I look at people in charge the same way that I look at criminals. I just think, what are you about to do that's gonna fuck over everyone?
Bro, imagine the niggas handing you water and somebody coming in going, no, he don't need that. That's what he did. I would beat his ass. There's no conversation that we need to have. I'm whooping your ass. Bro, I saw this lady throw a rock into the water that was right by the train crash, and it started boiling. Like, not with heat, it's just bubbles started coming out of nowhere. That's fucking terrifying.
What is Uvalde?
Uvalde, Texas. That's the city where the children got shot.
Oh.
Or not the city. Was it the city? I don't know.
Overwhelmingly voted for that. Look,
people are goddamn idiots. They vote against their own interests. Very true. I agree. Seriously though, I don't know how this doesn't ruin you as a man or politically if you're turning away aid for people who need it. That's insane.
People vote against. Yeah, people are idiots. They vote against their interests all the time because people's main interest is money, and if they think that candidate is going to not affect their money or do affect their money, I think that's who they're voting for. Also, I don't want to just shit on Republicans, but like Republicans have this superpower where they make poor people think that they're for the poor.
You said
change that. They make poor people think that they're not poor and that voting Republican will make them not poor too.
It's a party built on racism and classism, and they sell you on the hope that you get to be in the club. But the truth is you'll never get to be in that club. You'll never be part of them. You feel me? So you'll spend your whole life vouching for people who don't even believe the same bullshit that they're telling you. And that's how they got put into power. But even then, though, you would think when you realize you can't drink the water in your home, that change is kind of necessary. We need to get something done. You would think that, but then I bring you back just about like 4 years, I think, when a pipeline was being built and those motherfuckers didn't have water, didn't have clean drink water, and people were upset, but like also nothing happened. They were just like, look, sometimes you don't have water. Sometimes you be thirsty. You know? That's crazy. We ain't, but you do. You know?
You still have electricity. Just boil some water or something.
I don't know, man. How do you think? What's your plan if you had one to start changing the world to where people give a fuck about their current situation?
I think about going into government all the time to be the guy that changes shit. But electricity. Look, I had a moment. I'm sorry. I think about going into the government. Like, as soon as I see dumb shit happening, or like bad policies or bad fucking everything, I think about it, and I'm just like, man, somebody should be there doing something. Well, and I like to live by the advocacy of, if I don't, who will? What's so funny?
I'm gonna say this, and I just need you to know I'm rocking with you. But you know the politician from Southside? That's how I imagine a lot of your shit is going.
But see, he wants to do good.
You would have a celebrity golf event, but it would only be Keenan from Keenan and Kel, or it would only be Kel from Keenan and Kel. You feel me? Like, and there's nothing wrong with Kel. We love Kel, but we want them both.
Yeah, no.
I think it would all be
think
fun
about
and
it.
games.
But then
I
also
do wonder
think about
if you get caught in scandal. I don't think you would.
100%. 100%. 100%. 1,000%. I am caught in scandal.
What's the one you get
And it's
caught
not
up
going to
with?
be a scandal of something that I did recently. It's just everything from my past is getting brought up. And then my whole family's under scrutiny. And no, I can't do that.
What have you done?
Also, I mean, I haven't done anything. But
No, what
people
are you
are
worried
gonna
about
scam
for? It should be fine. I think you can beat those off. No, it's not.
I don't know.
It'll beat the cake.
Look, I don't know. My industry plant powers only take me so far.
Do you think we can do it? You think we can like? Well, what is it? How long you got to be to vote to run for president? 38.
35.
What? How old do you got to be for vice president?
I don't know.
I think you should run as president, and you should let me come aboard as vice president. I think that.
I don't want to do all that.
Why?
Well, for the simple fact of I'm broke. I don't have ideas on all policies. I don't want to be the man to making the choices all the time.
You think either Bush
Also, I realized by watching other people, like I actually paid attention, that it's not really the president that solves these things. It is a group of people. And I think the best way, never mind, I'm not going to say that out loud. I'll imply it, but I won't say it out loud because they listening. I actually think the best way to erect change is to get certain people to no longer be on this dimension.
Finish that thought out. What do you mean?
We'll sit with that. They don't need to be on this plane of existence. They could be on a different plane of existence, just not this one. And then we put new people into their spots and let those new people be a little bit younger than them. Smart enough to, we can send them to the fourth dimension. We'll ascend. Smart enough to know, young enough to care. That is what I like. I don't think that old people should be making decisions when they don't care. I think after a certain age, you really do stop caring.
I figure it depends up to the person because Bernie Sanders is old as dirt, but he still give a fuck.
You don't care about TikTok.
Bernie Sanders don't care about TikTok. If TikTok would get Bernie Sanders elected, he'd give a fuck.
I mean, yeah. But like,
can we talk about you sending people to different dimensions? Can we talk about that?
Why?
Well,
Why?
when
You don't have
said
to.
You said it.
You don't have to.
It's the show we do.
I just was implying a certain thing, like maybe somebody with like precision accuracy.
Oh, okay.
And take these people and deliver them to different planes of existence.
Got you. We're understanding now. Oh, okay. Well,
I think that's the quickest way to actually erect change. I think the system is broken. Fundamentally, I think the system is broken. And I don't think one person or even a group of people can fix the system. I think the system is just broken and there's no fixing it at this point. There's Band-Aid fixes, but there's not. There's might be like Band-Aid things, and that's what every president does is Band-Aid shit. but there's no fixing the fundamental. This leg is broken.
I would say it is very still fixable. It's just there's too many people who profit off of things going the way that they are going, and that's
Talking
what
about erections for this, Jay. What? What? When did I mention erections?
Nah, wait. Oh, what was I about to say? God damn it. I keep getting distracted. Comments are pretty funny today. I don't know why they're making me laugh. And you've been pretty hilarious. That fourth dimension shit is fucking with my head still.
And I had little hope left.
Actually surprised me when I had little hope left.
Oh, I erect change. Look, I'm just saying, like, if you have money, if you're a company, you can make a law. And that's how it is in the country right now.
Lobbyists. That's what I think the biggest problem is. I think if we find a way to get rid of lobbyists, a lot of things can be on the way. But a lot of people are making money just off of keeping things the way that they are. And that's where we're having the problems.
And that's what the problem is. That's why I'm saying the system is fundamentally broken. We can't fix it until we fix the problem. We can't. Lobbying won't stop until we say lobbying is illegal now. But even with lobbying being illegal, that won't ever come because the people that get lobbied to are the people in charge.
I think we know the answer to how to fix it. We don't have the resources to fix it. If we know that lobbying is why things get changed, then you combat that by also getting lobbyists yourself. Problem is, nobody has the funding to actually go ahead and keep doing that for the issues that they give a fuck about. My next counter to that then would be start electing people from the neighborhoods that we come from who really do give a fuck about the problem. We put them in the power and control and the power, and they bring up the people with them. Then that's how things get done, and that's how change is actually made. The problem with that though is that we have a Detroit situation where
we can break it down to like a city level, like cities.
Detroit.
One of the best way to pull a city out of poverty. It has been proven scientifically and by actually doing it. It's been proven on multiple cases is to build a great transit system.
Very true.
Because that's just how it goes. You build a great transit system, people can get to work. Their jobs are coming through. Fucking money is being put into this city, and everything rises. But you know who doesn't want fucking transit system? Oil companies, car companies, all this shit.
Plane companies.
They don't want that, so they're gonna lobby against it. And fucking one of the least funded things to actually make one of the least funded things is transit systems across the United States. Even though it's the best way to actually build up fucking money in a place.
You know what was the main culprits? It was the tire companies. They were the main ones. Like.
But tire companies are also backed by oil companies because you need the fucking oil.
Yep.
And oil is one of the biggest fucking things in the world right now. So again, we can't stop it until we stop it.
But again, that's what I'm saying. If you think with putting people that we trust in positions, wouldn't that help more?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Who do you think? Who do you look at and was like that didn't work?
I think there are powerful, evil people in the world, and I think if they don't get their way one way, they will get their way another way.
Agreed. I do agree with that.
So just because you put somebody in place to do something great doesn't mean they're going to be allowed to do something great.
Again, I think if you get enough people on board with the same idea, because again, it's not an idea situation; it's a funding situation. I think if you could find a way to fund so that way the good ideas can go forward, we would be fine. It's just how do we
the wealth in the world is
we're here. We're right here.
We're right here. People.
I'm telling you the answer, and then you're like, well, how do we get to that answer? And I'm like, don't know. Don't know how we
There's
get to
no way to get to that answer because
my next thing
1%
is hope that you put enough people in charge to where situations where votes can be bought it's not a outcome that we have to
100 years ago, shit. I'm sorry, I'm just reading this because things were definitely better than what they were then. We just keep going. We have to make peace with the fact that they may not live to see that change. That doesn't mean stop. We keep moving towards it. I agree, but also 100 years ago, we were having the same argument we're having now. Some of those old elections were literally, do we let people fucking lobby or no? Do we let businesses in on this or not? And money bought out, and so they fucking won. There was I don't remember exactly which one it was. It's funny, I accidentally wrote a book report about this not too long ago.
We mean not too long ago.
It was about like a year or two ago. I wrote a book report.
Oh my god!
About a presidential race where there was three candidates all arguing about the same thing, about basically saying anti-lobbyist, but in different ways they were saying it and being anti-lobbyist, yet we're still being lobbied to. Why are you shaking your head at me? On the bright side, I did learn something from that book report, Jarrell. So, like, it wasn't bad that I did it.
I'm mad that we got to this conversation I thought was very innocent, and then I come to find out it is not an innocent conversation. It is very much not, and I'm very
and that's another example of like shit that will be brought up if I become president.
I was so proud of you, dog. I was like, why nigga was writing book reports, yo, for nobody, just doing it. Miles on some other shit. All right, man. Now I understand. This niggas. That's why you ain't gonna make it.
Up. Mr. President, what about this time that you wrote this book report?
Bro, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it. They gonna throw one bitch your way, and that's it. That's it. It's over. It's over. They put you in the same room.
They pull up my logs from fucking my chats when I was like 10 years old with people. Or like,
I feel like you could get out of that though if you just honestly.
Like high school, I just be like, hey man, it was Xbox Live was a wild place back then.
Oh, well, he was wilding like that, yeah.
Didn't you tell somebody to sit on a coat hanger? Look,
you can get out of that though. You're at an age now where you can talk about the world changing and everything like that. And then also, if I was you, I would pull up other people who got to stay in politics who are doing shit like blackface. Jerry Jones was actively telling, he's not in politics, but Jerry Jones was actively telling niggas not to come to his school at 14, and he just got to keep owning the football team. So you can argue your way out of that.
Him and I is, besides our skin color,
he owns oil.
He has money.
Yeah, he owns oil. But I'm saying though, that then you can put the question out there for America. Be like, hey, America, I need you to make a decision right now. Is racism? We know the answer, but I think putting it in front of people, we're going on so many tangents in my head, bro, and I'm going on so many different
thousands of tangents. There's explosions in the streets, and we're not talking about them.
You said what?
There's explosions in the streets, and we're not talking about them.
Explosion in the streets? What are you talking about?
I mean, like, there was the fucking train crash.
Oh, well,
there was a power plant, or no, not a power plant. Some kind of fucking plant in Ohio also went up in smokes.
This is news to me. I did not hear of such thing. Is Ohio just dying in front of our eyes and we're allowing it to happen? I'm cool with that. Fuck Ohio,
but there was a metal plant in Bedford, Ohio that exploded not too long ago.
That's hilarious. And by hilarious, I don't mean like funny. It's just wild that all this shit is happening in Ohio at the same fucking time.
Yeah, only one killed, but a lot of people injured.
You know their main river was on fire back in the 50s also? I don't think Ohio is a land that people are supposed to be in.
Look, no one's supposed to be in the Midwest, period.
I disagree. I think Minnesota is not. I think anything higher than like where Illinois is, maybe you can make a case for Michigan, but other than that, like Minnesota,
I say Minnesota is right on the cusp of being like it's outside, but like Iowa.
Could you imagine being here without heat?
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
It's unbearable. You're not supposed to live here.
Yeah, no.
North Dakota, South Dakota, leave them alone.
A lot of this land is just, to be fair, a lot of land everywhere. You're just not like living is hard.
Yeah, it's supposed to be easier. Coastal cities, absolutely, you're fine.
No, you're not, nigga. Tsunamis, hurricanes.
It's easier to live, man. They've been doing it for years. What are you talking about? All the livable places in Australia is right at the border. If you go anywhere,
only because the rest is a desert.
That's what I'm saying, though. But coastal cities have always been popping. And throughout history, they've always been popping.
It's like saying all of California, like most of that is unlivable, or most of that is livable, except those fucking places outside of LA. Yeah.
It's not a whole continent full of places that are unlivable, though.
I'm just saying. What about all of fucking Libya? Most of Chad. All of that is desert. All of that is just one giant desert. People live there. Egypt, literally only on the Nile. You go outside the Nile. You go outside the Nile. You barely go outside the Nile. Like if the Nile is in the distance, you're in the desert.
We're in agreement. It's just I think coastal cities are historically have been a better place to live than like landlocked places, or by aggressively big water sources.
We came from the desert. We're more adapted for heat than cool. Yeah, because we sweat. We don't fucking retain heat well. We get rid of heat well. We don't retain heat well.
What does that got to do with the coastal cities?
I was more commenting on Chris. Chris said we came from desert. We're more adapted to heat than cold.
I thought you were talking to me. I was like,
we can expel heat a lot better.
No, we're in agreement. Point being, though, I think Ohio's not in 10. It's been real Ohio. If I was living in Ohio, I would get the fuck out because obviously nobody in that state gives a fuck about y'all.
Look, also, one last thing before we go. We got 8 minutes and we could talk about how actual scary fucking what's happening over in Russia and fucking Ukraine is.
Oh, what with the nuclear arms race that's about to go down?
Dog, just the fact that like the fact that Russia was literally like at first like literally was like, I'm gonna fuck what you guys say. Ukraine is mine and I'm going to war for it. And then did it. And then backed out of everything that like fucking they were with for a while. Fuck the United. I'm fucking it
United
up.
Nations.
Yeah, fuck the United Nations. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. And it's all because our only threat to them for them not to do it was we'll sanction you. We've been sanctioned so many times.
All right, I feel like you're understating a lot of those sanctions, bro. Because once a lot of those companies, it's at the point where the people closest to Putin are at a point where they're ready to start a coup and overthrow the government because he's ruling with an iron fist, and a lot of people are losing a lot of money, and life is very, 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 very hard. There was a point there where they were literally grabbing 18-year-olds in the street and telling them like, "Hey, yo, it's time to go to war now." Like sanctions do sound pussy, but when the whole world is giving you sanctions, that's kind of a problem. It's kind of a fucking issue. And not only that, like the shit with Ukraine was so fucking out of pocket because if Ukraine would have ended up joining, what is it? I don't want to get it wrong, NATO? But it's the group of What is NATO again? I forgot it. Nations against
something. I forgot.
Yeah. Anyway, if Ukraine would have ended up joining NATO and they would have got fast tracked through, and the war would have kept going on, we would have saw that the world would have saw that as an attack against the entire world, and then nukes come out. So it's not a good situation. And now Russia's at that point where they ain't got shit to lose. They really can't. They're not making money.
I don't like this. Sorry,
Yeah.
this is something completely off topic. You can continue. I don't want to break your thought.
No, I'm just saying comments now because you said that.
I googled NATO just because I wanted to understand what it was. Right,
Yep.
It's the North Atlantic Treaty Organization,
Here
or
we
whatever.
go.
I don't like that the fact that people that Googled NATO also Googled Osama bin Laden, Jimmy Fallon, Elon Musk.
I don't know. Well, Elon Musk was trying to do too much, bro. He was trying to stop a war using Twitter and shit, and everybody laughed at him. Excuse me. When really would have broken because Trump wouldn't have done shit. It still, but nigga really would have broken because Trump wouldn't have done shit. Chris, you're gonna have to explain that Trump one to me real quick. Re-elected, he would have invaded. People would have also fallen. Very true. Would have been, yeah, very true. And China would have been building up and taking to Taiwan. Now that they've seen that the land grabs through war were more effective game. I agree with a lot of that, except for the China point. Because I don't think China would have played around with Taiwan just because of how close us and Taiwan is. That would have started an actual war. It still very much can start a war. Just a couple of months ago, was it like almost a year ago, when we were doing the training exercises in that area, that China was yelling and tripping out too. So shit could get hectic there. Ukraine still, who thought it would happen now actually would have happened with Trump. I don't know. What do you mean Putin? What Putin would have thought? I think Putin thought taking Ukraine would have been easier than it was, and I don't think he anticipated the world joining up against him in this stupidity. And everybody looking at him crazy, and then I don't think he anticipated the backlash that would happen. I think he thought it was going to be a quick thing, and it didn't end up being quick. And then on top of that, for them to expend as much military forces they did and to lose or be losing as hard as they were, I think that's what also is fucking with them real bad right now. I think Russia's in a place right now where some shit they could really honestly let off a nuke. They're already trying to start productions back up on them because they dismissed the agreement with America that we would all stop making nukes or how many nukes that we were making and everything like that. They said fuck all that noise. So they're probably going to start doing it. Everybody knows when you're broke as a country, what's the best way to get money? You start a war. So if you do that, so I think they're in a position where right now where anything can go left or right. It's literally that volatile. If Ukraine fell because the U.S. and NATO didn't stand with Ukraine, China would have seen that. U.S. don't do shit. Right. Here's where I disagree with you, Chris. I don't think people are as ready to fuck around and find out with America due to being the only country that dropped a whole ass nuke on somebody. I don't think China would want to, and on top of that, China going to war with America is like a lot of cutting off your nose to spite your face. The things that would come of that would also be fucked up too. Like their money gets fucked up, our money gets fucked up, entire global economy gets fucked up off of that. It's a lot of things that I don't necessarily think they would have pressed that button if they didn't have to. Otherwise, they would have already pressed it. But I do see what you're talking about now.
You know, as a closing note, we've talked about a lot today.
We did.
A lot.
We did.
We talked about mermaid theory. We talked about fucking passport bros. Fourth dimension, a lot of shit in Iowa. Like there was just a lot we talked about this week. Ohio. It's a 4-letter state that don't matter. That's all I remember. That's all I remember.
You ain't gonna hear no argument from me, bro.
That's all I remember. It's one of the fucking shit Ohio or something. I don't know. Anyways, reason why I'm doing this is because I'm dead tired. Miles just wants something bad to happen to Iowa real bad. I don't care what happens to Iowa. Something bad already happened to Iowa.
I think
Iowa.
all this hate that you have for Iowa should be reserved for Idaho. Idaho might be the worst state I've ever seen in my life.
I've never seen Idaho, but also forgot it exists.
You ever go in a room after your brother, your sister, or your cousin got in trouble, and you could just feel the energy? Like you weren't there for the beating or the yelling, but you went in the room and you just felt the energy of some not okay shit happen. That's what Iowa or Idaho feels like. The entire state feels like
that. Yeah, look. It's been fun, y'all. I'm dead tired.
We gotta go. Listen, we love y'all. It's been nice being back. We gotta get up out of here. We will see y'all next week.
We promise we'll see you next week.
Share the show. Tell somebody about us. Tell somebody you love them. Actually, do that. Do that instead. Tell somebody
you love them. Tell somebody you love them. Don't tell somebody you don't love you love them.
Me too. You made me have to go to the bathroom so bad now, so you have to go.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here.